Ontario's NDP leader is calling on the Integrity Commissioner to investigate the Premier's trip to Washington after the Progressive Conservatives shared a campaign-style video using footage from his visit.
Look, the Integrity Commissioner has been very clear about this. They were not to use that event for partisan purposes. He turned around and did it right away.
Doug Ford and the country's other premiers traveled to Washington, D.C. this week to push back against U.S. President Donald Trump's threats to impose steep tariffs on Canadian goods. The first video, posted to the Premier's social accounts this morning, showed various clips from the trip with the Progressive Conservatives branding.
Let's focus on restoring the pride of Made in the USA and Made in Canada.
But Merritt Stiles, speaking in Sudbury about her plan to tackle grocery prices, noted the video was eventually reposted without the logo.
Well, look, as soon as we noticed that and called him out, a little while later, they took it down. If that isn't a sure sign of guilt, I don't know what is, you know?
In response, Ford's office tells City News footage of the Premier being the Premier is routinely used in political social content. However, out of an abundance of caution, the video was reposted without campaign branding. Speaking from Elmville, Liberal leader Bonnie Crombie echoed Stiles' sentiment and called Ford's stateside visit a photo op.
I understand it wasn't very successful. They didn't meet with any high-ranking officials.
The 13 premiers met with 2 Trump officials at the White House Wednesday. Crombie was asked what she would do differently if she went instead of Ford.
Well, let's start with not calling an election when we're under siege by the government in the United States, when we know that the president is intent on waging a trade war and imposing punitive tariffs on us.
Crombie was in Elmville to reiterate her promise that all Ontarians would have a family doctor within 4 years under her leadership, while Green Party leader Mike Schreiner was in Caledon, reaffirming his commitment to cancel Highway 413 and redirect the money to meet the health care needs of rural communities.
We would invest in expanding the base budget for community mental health and addictions care in this province as the first step towards having mental health care covered by OHIP.
The first debate of the election campaign is set to take place Friday in North Bay, with a second televised debate with all 4 leaders happening Monday evening. You can watch it on City TV and City News 24/7. Michelle Mackey, City News.